asking me or...
Welcome to Nightline. I'm your host, Linda Farrell, joined by my co-host, Ben. Ben, I know you are a terrorism expert, and it's nice to have you here with us to ask these questions of Jeff David, who is in Washington, D.C. He's Deputy Director of the Office of Combating Terrorism Technology Support. Nice to have you here with us.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell us this. Shortly after September 11th and all of the attacks, your office published worldwide solicitation for ideas to combat terrorism. Some have said this shows how desperate the government must be to find out information. Are you desperate?
Absolutely not. This type of solicitation is frequently used not only by my office, but by many across the U.S. government, especially in the Department of Defense. As we're all dealing with the aftermath of the attacks, we felt it was appropriate to look for as many additional ideas as we could find, and this is a normal method for doing that.
How's it going, Jeff?
It's going very well, Ben.
Aren't you afraid that by putting out this information, you're exposing how ill-prepared DOD is?
I don't believe that's the case. We are very careful in the information that we provide in these types of announcements, and we go through multiple levels of review to ensure that nothing we provide will give any aid to the enemy. We need to provide some level of information to businesses, universities, and potentially citizens who might have ideas that can help us prosecute this war. And it's a balance that you have to walk, and we feel we've done a good job with this.
Now, how are you distributing this solicitation?
It's announced not only through the government's e-commerce portal, which is called FedBizOps, there's a web page for that, but also through our own webpage, which is www.tswg.gov.
You work for the Department of Homeland Security, don't you?
No, ma'am, I don't. I work for the
You don't?
Department of Defense. There is no Department of Homeland Security at this time, although it is being discussed.
Oh, I understand. Well, how long has your office been in place?
We've existed for nearly 20 years.
And what is your current budget?
This year's budget is estimated at $70 million, although there are discussions within the Defense Department to dramatically increase that depending on the quality of submissions we receive due to this announcement.
And where does that money go?
It will go to the individual companies or universities or laboratories that provide the best answers to the requirements we've published.
Now, speaking of quality, do you really think that this type of solicitation will provide your office with enough quality submissions?
Absolutely, yes. We have used this type of solicitation every year for nearly a decade, and about 80% of the requirements we publish each year are awarded to small, medium, and large businesses, and on occasion universities as well.
Did you have any indication, as we've heard from some of the other agencies, that there was going to be an attack on the World Trade Center in 9/11?
I can't speak specifically to things that are contained in the threat stream. I'd have to direct you to other offices specifically within the White House to discuss that at this time. I can say generally that threats are made against a variety of targets within and outside the United States on a regular basis. So sorting through that is an extremely difficult job that the intelligence community tries to do on a daily basis.
Now, DoD has used this type of practice in the past in order to solicit ideas. What are some examples of that?
We issue at least 2 of these every year. The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency issues 2 to 3 a year, and the United States Special Operations Command has released at least 1 a year for the past 5 years.
What is the current largest challenge that we face as a country in combating terrorism?
The biggest challenge we see these days is being able to identify and locate individual terrorists. When we were fighting the Soviet Union or other nation states, we knew where the lines of battle were, we knew where the enemy was, we understood their command and control structure. With the conflict these days, it's changed dramatically. Terrorists used to take credit for their attacks. These days, they don't necessarily do that anymore. They want to hide in every way possible while executing the attacks, and it makes it very difficult to find them.
Now, Jeff, are you guys working on that domestic terrorism watch list?
There is no domestic terrorism watch list right now. However, there is one that's in the discussion phases, and we expect it will be a offshoot of the international terrorist watch list that is currently in use with the Departments of State's Intelligence and Research Bureau, and we will be transitioning that to look inward.
One final question for you, Mr. David. Do you think we will win the war on terror?
I am very optimistic that we will win it. I am not optimistic that it will be won anytime soon. This will be a very long war.
Thank you very much for joining us today to talk about terrorism.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much.